I know being a superstar producer, these things are real casual to you.
Right.
But for the fans who fan out, you know, fan is short for fanatic.
Right.
Can you give us more details? What it was like in Baseline Studios?
To work with that level of talent is far between in any producer's career. You're not going to have more than 2 of those at a time in your life.
Right.
Maybe 1. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to give somebody a beat, go get something to eat, and come back and hear some incredible shit, that's not like it.
And that was awesome.
Hove, absolutely. Missy, absolutely. And then Kanye. So I was blessed to be able to, work with all those people.
So we saw Kanye's documentary, and we saw what it was like, his experience in there. What was early Kanye like in the studio?
Kanye been crazy a long time.
Oh shit! Wow!
But
right.
It's coming from an honest place. Like he understood what his destiny was. You know what I'm saying? So I think the power of manifestation. He said what he was going to do.
Even back then.
Back then, he said what he was set out to do, and he fucking did it. So being able to watch his journey and understand the power of words, it made me more of a believer of that. Because he literally, I remember he called me one time, yo, we want to get this apartment. She's like, oh, it's Jersey, yo, look in the city. She's like, $3,000 a month. This is way back. Like, you may want to slow down on that. Like, he got it. And that was, that's small.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But where we were at that time was huge. But, they didn't see the potential in Ye in the beginning. Hov didn't see that. I'm saying, Hov told him to keep producing. It was Ye that said, okay, well, cool. I'm gonna go and spend my own $5 grand and shoot my own video through the wire. That's what made people understand what the fuck it was.
Right.
But had he just took that for what it was, his things could do this. So he had a strong will from day one. You know what I'm saying? He understood who he was and what he was from day one. And I always respected him for that.
So was there like a competition between producers?
Absolutely.
What was that like?
Listen, man, like, I grew up with Knox.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You grew up with it?
Me and Knox's brother is a 6th grade class, older than Knox. But once Knox started doing beats, we linked up, shouted to Darryl Sloan. Darryl Sloan was managing both of us. We had a group called Teamster Record. Me, Knox, Boogie was rapping.
The Teamsters.
Yeah. Boogie was rapping and
You heard it?
But I didn't know he was in it.
yeah.
I just knew the name of the group.
Wow.
So we was a crew in the beginning. And we were doing beats for DD Elias Price at the time.
Oh, shout out to Christ. Christ, what up, nigga? Stop it, nigga.
See, that's how I knew the name.
That's the homie. Yeah.
So to be around Knox is a challenge. He's a fucking machine. You know what I'm saying? So you play beats some days that be like, I don't think I got my CD back. I got my CD back. That's crazy. I can't play shit today. But that's just how good he was.
Right.
But you need to have that because Old always told me, you're only as stronger as the weakest link in your circle. And that's real shit. So
That's real shit.
To be in the presence of somebody like Knox, I had no choice but to be on my shit. Because he was just that good.
So you got on your shit, when you got your baseline, you was around some other monsters. And not all of them was humble.
No, but I was applying pressure.
How's that?
It's different. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you can either be under pressure or you can be the pressure. I was the pressure at that time. But like I told you earlier, listening to Life After Death, Doggy Style, prepped me for those times at baseline. You know what I'm saying? So I learned a lot from being, you know, from listening to Doggy Style, Life After Death, and Midnight Marauders. You know, I was always a huge Q-Tip fan. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the abstract.
Shout out to Q-Tip. Everybody know I was fucking the lost member of Tribe Called Quest. They, absolutely no.
Right.
Yeah, so to be able to exchange numbers with Q-Tip later, that was everything for me.
Right. Did your earlier beats sound like Q-Tip beats?
Absolutely. But I knew I couldn't stay here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the last thing I want to do is play my beat. And the first thing you say is, well, that reminds me of,
Right.
as a producer, that's annoying. I don't want that for myself. So, like I said, listening to Life After Death, Doggy Style, Midnight Marauders, Aquemini. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Albums like that, it just really, MECC and the Soul Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Illmatic. Like, come on, bro. Like, just listening to those. Manny Watt, what they call them. Earlier, he was saying that it was better than Illmatic, so that's what we did.
Yeah. We can debate about that later.
But those albums, just listening to all those albums, it just really showed you, you know, the levels. The levels of creativity. So I told people all the time that I wanted to be able to have a rap album to have the same quality as Luther Blowout. But rap. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be as clean as a chair, not a chair, a house, not a hole type shit.
Right.
But rap.
You want that shit to slap.
I wanted that shit to slap. Q-Tip shows you the highest of slapstivity.
New word in the dictionary.
Slapstivity, bro. It's like Q-Tip snare game and drum game and doing shit like Whose World Is This remix from Nas and
World Tour.
Like, come on, man, World Tour. Like the mixes on things, shout out to Bob Power. That's who's the engineer that shit. Bob Power was all that shit. But that was the goal for me, to be somewhere around that, which I never attained. I got close. You know what I'm saying?
What was it close?
Blueprint. Shout out to Doug Wilson.
Some people say you did it, Tim.
Right.
Right.
Doug Wilson.
Why aren't you mentioned as much as you should be on for that project?
That's a good question.
Because they talk Kanye, they'll talk Just Blaze.
Absolutely.
They don't bring makeup like that.
What did you do? Whose chick did you fuck?
Oh,
something happened, bro. Something happened.
For real, I really feel like
I want to hear this answer.
I really feel like I was left out of those conversations because it would change the trajectory of Justice Story.
Why?
Because a lot of people will confuse us.
That's
And this part. What exactly is the reason that they were confused?
Because niggas had ears and they had sense. I've never been confused with Pharrell or Kanye. No idea anybody like that. I've never been confused with that.
No.
I was confused with him for a reason. Because he was in my bag. So
When you say in your bag,
just my sound, what I brought to the game,
right,
what I was known for at that time.
right. Specifically, what are the elements of a Bink beat?
Live drum, feel like live drums is being played, but they're not. It's being programmed.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot of
Samples.
the choice of samples. It's just a lot of signature shit that I did that he started doing. That people started confusing us, rightfully so.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you don't know it was basically a knockoff of 1-900 Hustler.
You don't know.
But why
Off of the
him and not
blueprint.
you? Why him and not you?
I wasn't signed to the management company that they had going on. So once I refused to be a part of that, it's like they passed off the bulk of the work to him, and he sounded like me. But keep in mind, when I met him, he sounded like Swiss. So that's just facts.
Now we hear this. We've heard this a couple times, right?
Once.
Self.
I heard this
one.
Self? Yeah, yeah.
How do you want to drink shit?
Oh,
I
yeah.
heard this shit a bunch of times.
Right.
He also talked a lot of
But,
shit.
but I gotta make the argument that okay, if Q-Tip was your training wheels, and let's say someone wanted those beats at that time, then it would have been the same type of confusion, right?
The difference is I would have embraced saying that I sounded like Q-Tip.
Right.
I wouldn't have ran away from that. I wouldn't have denied it.
Do you feel like just ran away from?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To this day, he'll never admit to you that he's got his whole swag from me. They'll never tell you that. They'll never tell you that, but they tell you indirectly.
Right.
Guru's interview on Warren Epstein, Cypher Sounds show, he said at one time Rocafella was big. End quote. Hip Hop after the interview, Hip Hop said that G. Roberson boy just to him. And he said, who is he? He said, well, it's this guy I found that he can sound like anybody.
He's a chameleon.
He's committed.
But is that so much a bad thing?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because
I'm pretty sure there's some blacks on the wall that would argue it's really not.
that's not, if that's what you attain to do, then that's on you. But
Right.
it's how far does your integrity go with your music is the question. If it doesn't go that far, then you having a plaque, that's your fucking Mount Rushmore. For me, myself, I would never want to have some type of credit or people cheering me on because I sound like Q-Tip. I don't want that for myself because I want to be mentioned amongst the Primos, the Pete Rocks, the Q-Tips, the Rock Wallers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But all right. So is it a case where if you were, we kind of asked this question. What was it? The last episode where we brought up Dr. Dre. Don King. We brought up Dr. Dre, and then Scott Storch. There were a lot of times we thought Scott Storch was Dr. Dre.
Right.
Does that make him any less of a producer?
I mean, the thing is like, you know, you have guys who come in the game sounding like they're idol.
Right.
And when you sound like your idol, then it's hard to make bones for yourself.
Right.
So it's easier for people to believe that your idol did it and you didn't do it. Because you sound like your idol. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's easy. Put it this way. If I take a blank piece of paper and put it over your art and trace it with color, different colors, am I still an artist?
In a way, that's kind of different.
That's not different. It's the same shit.
I made this argument.
Every producer has their way of doing that.
Right.
That's what sets you apart from everybody.
Now, earlier I played you Record I got called Mr. Killer.
Mhm.
Shout out to Hands, shout out to Great Sean.
Mhm.
And I said, whose style is that?
No Bernie.
Okay.
That dude sound like a
No, hold on. Okay, so here's the question. Since we brought him up, we brought him up.
Mm.
During that same interview, Kanye said that Just was biting off of him, not you. He didn't say he was biting Bink. He said he was biting him.
He was.
So how is that pop? Who?
Listen, man.
Who's the daddy?
Yeah, like
Who's
who
the
started it?
daddy? We need to know.
Listen, man. Yeah, I understand. You separate the men from the boys. You separate the men from the boys.
Right,
Here we go.
right.
Stop it. What separates the men from the boys
Right.
is those that have their own shit. You cannot confuse what Rottweiler is. You cannot confuse what Primo is. You cannot confuse what Pete Rock is. Because they have certain signature moves that makes them who they are. Pharrell, when you hear a Pharrell beat, you know what a Pharrell beat sounds like, and that's for a reason. Because he has a formula. You know a Timberland beat when you hear a fucking Timberland beat because he has a formula.
Mm-hmm.
If you start taking his signature moves, you have no choice but to sound like Timberland. Or whoever signature move that you're taking.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's like you can't take credit for taking this man's formula because you did the beat. It's still not yours. That's his shit.
Okay.
So what happens when you don't sign a management contract,
Okay.
but they have someone there skilled enough to create the sound that they want from you?
Like I said, it's easy to trace art than it is to create art.
But this is where it gets difficult with producing, because unless he's taking the same sample and taking the same drum pattern,
It's not that,
how can you make that argument?
It's not that cut and dry. It's just like rappers. Rappers have signature moves as well.
Right.
Over was the first one saying, "Yo, it's young." He coming on and his whole
Some people will
cadence.
argue that was Young Chris.
That's getting murky. Before there was Young Chris, that was Hov.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hov had his own thing before Young Chris came.
I'm
not
saying,
saying-
I'm
I'm not saying he
saying it was that.
I'm not gonna say he didn't take anything from Young Chris. What I'm saying, but before there was Young Chris, there was Hov. Hov already made his mark.
Right.
Okay. Again, like I said, if I take your art, trace your art, and color it something different, am I still an artist?
I would say the answer is yes.
I would say yes.
Degrees and levels may vary.
How so? You're not even drawing, my nigga. You drawing my shit.
But you said I colored it different.
So what the fuck is that? You get credit for coloring?
Don't you?
No, you don't.
I mean, not in your. Not, okay. Here's the other part of it. Here's something else Guru said during the interview. Was that when we brought that up to him, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, one of his responses was
other conversation.
one of his responses was the album was sounding like this. For Just to come in and start doing some whole other shit, it wouldn't have fit the album. Just gave the album what the album
That's
did.
a lie, because Timberland has never fit in shit he's ever been on. So let's just stop the bullshit right now.
That doesn't mean that.
I'm just saying Timberland doesn't fit in nothing because he's that different.
Okay, fair enough. But that doesn't mean he would be able to make a coherent piece of work with somebody
It's
else.
like what I'm saying to you is he's always stuck out like a turd in the punch bowl in any album he's ever been on.
A turd in a punch bowl is not an attractive thing. Like, who would want that?
You know how different he is. Right?
But that's not. I'm not arguing as far as I'm not arguing.
I'm just
being-
saying to you, Timberland has never fit into anybody's situation because Timberland is Timberland.
Okay,
Right.
here's my argument. Here's my debate. Here's my response to that. And not disagreeing with you, but here's my response. Timberland sticks out like a sore thumb. No question. No question. One of the reasons why the Blueprint is deemed one of Hov's best pieces of work is because of the consistency of the beats.
Yeah.
Because of the feel.
It was
All our beats does not sound like the album.
But that's one record versus.
That's my point. That's all I'm saying to you is Timbaland has never fit in.
Right, but had we done more of that, the album loses continuity.
And for Influence Filthy always drunk, my nigga, I was saying to you that he did not fit in to Blueprint. And we don't expect him to fit in because it's fucking Timbaland.
Right. Had he done more of that, the
That's all
album.
I'm trying to say to you. You can't expect Timbaland to come in here and do what you niggas are doing because he's fucking Timbaland.
Right.
Right.
There's also a reason why he didn't have a big chunk of the album, though. Maybe he had.
It don't matter. He served his purpose.
Mm-hmm.
The Snoopy record he did inside the whole album, but that shit came in and fucking stood out.
Right.
Yeah.
That's Timbaland, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Big Pimpin' does not sound like the rest of the fucking album.
Mm-hmm.
That's Timbaland.
Right.
Pharrell doesn't sound like the rest of the album. That's fucking Pharrell.
Right.
Are you all Virginia niggas, mind you? Let me just at the end of the day, you can't expect an innovative nigga to fit the mold of what's going on.
So here's is it the sampling? Because you're naming two people who don't really sample.
Right.
Right. But Pete Rock samples. I don't sound like Pete Rock. Q-Tip samples. I don't sound like fucking Q-Tip.
Yo, I know what he's saying because, like he said, he used to go out there with Knots coming up.
Right.
He don't sound like Knots, but that's something that's a person he came up with that he felt like was superior to him in production.
Right.
And he never traced his style and said, I'm gonna take it and do this and do that.
Bro, it's a lot of different ways to skin a cat, as they say.
Right.
I'm with that, but my argument is still the same thing. You get a dude who sticks out, and he doesn't do the majority of the album. The argument can be made that it doesn't sound as together as it does.
My nigga, there's no two people that sound alike or look alike by accident.
Okay.
Somebody's following somebody.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my question. Do you think Bink could have did the whole Blueprint with just his beats and it still be classic?
We can't answer that.
Max, what you think? Based off of the 3 tracks that's on the Blueprint.
We got what we got. We can't
Who is
answer that.
Back, Mama Loves Me, and what's the third track? All I Need.
I think if you signed that management contract, you would have got
We'd be able to say,
the
yeah, we'd be
tour.
able to
I would
say.
have got a whole shit. It still would have been us. Because it was supposed to be just Kanye, No ID, and myself. Me and No ID said no.
To the management situation.
Why?
You already got a nigga who sound like me. So I don't want to turn my beats into the very people that's representing the nigga that sound like me.
Did you tell them that? Did you tell them that?
Did y'all ever have a running?
It was never a secret how I felt.
But you're in the studio in the same environment as Jeff's.
Right. The thing is the first time I ever got wind of that was somebody called me and said, yo, you killed that 1 million, 2 million shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? Over and let's focus on my record yet. And you didn't do the 1 million, 2 million. I said, what the fuck is 1 million, 2 million? Which was, you don't know. So I hear it, Hot 97, about 4 in the morning, I come home from the studio. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I text Jess and I said, yo, what are you doing?
What did you say?
He said, who is this? I said, the nigga you copied.
So you had that.
No, man, you gotta get the rest of that text message.
I said, it's the nigga you copied.
Right.
Like, what do you mean?
Did he know then?
Of course you knew who it was.
Did he
Because
answer?
like I said, Guru told you that Just was a chameleon. Everybody told you Just was a chameleon. Like I said, hip hop said that G. Roberson brought him to the game, to Rocafella.
Right.
And he said, who is he? He's a guy who can sound like anybody. That's on the interview right now. Same interview that you saw when he said that Hov wanted, took him Lights Camera Action. Same interview. So it's not an accident that he said that.
Hip hop, come up here, by the way. Hold up.
Yeah, it's not an accident he said that. So you can't fight that.
And Just, you should blaze.
He ain't
Just, you should.
But at the end of the day, it's just like I told you. If I sound like Q-Tip at a certain part of my career, I wouldn't say I don't sound like Q-Tip. I would say I absolutely sound like Q-Tip.
So what did you say at the time when you sounded like Q-Tip?
What did I say?
Yeah.
At this time, I'm just learning. I'm trying to get my shit off.
Right.
I really don't know too much at this time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure it out.
How far in was Just at this time?
There was no Just.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how when he
There was no Just.
So he was brand new too.
No, there was no Just. Just wasn't in the game yet. I came in the game before.
No, I
I'm
don't
talking
mean
about when you're a baseline.
Yeah, when
how
he-
far along was Just?
when he was being brought in.
Just like I told you when I met Just, it sounded like Swiss Beats.
So he was brand new.
Yeah, but he did Who the Fuck Want What for Blink,
That was my shit.
which sounds
Yeah,
exactly like Swiss Beats. So how can one nigga sound like everybody but he's not about it? That's bullshit. Nigga, you are a chameleon. You are a copycat of what's going on. You need to embrace that and just face your fears and just say what it is.
You know, but there's another way you could put that.
Which is,
He's Shane Song.
you what?
He's Shane Song.
Really?
Keep saying something.
It's a
Mortal
video.
Kombat.
Guy in Mortal Kombat that
He
can turn
turned
into
into
all other
anybody.
characters.
He turned to everybody.
I'm glad somebody said that. In order to turn into anybody, you have to become that person.
Right.
Right.
What we talking about? You can't run from what it is.
Right.
It is what it is.
I'm just, it's
You been devil's
just, it's just tough. I have to play devil's advocate because if I'm a young producer and I have the talent to do that, and people are paying me for it,
That's gotta count.
what am I supposed to do?
Again, if your integrity goes that far, that's on you.
My integrity.
Yes, because my
The
integrity.
greatest rapper in the world is telling me it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Again,
Like,
you know
what am I gonna do?
The definition of integrity is doing the right thing even when no one's looking. That's the definition of integrity. So I don't give a fuck who's telling me something wrong is right. I'm not doing it. Because my integrity goes just that far.
Right.
I mean, sometimes I tell you, it's your call. You know how many times I've been in the airline ministry, yo, Bink, yo, we want you to, yo, it's just me, we want you to change, we want you to come in and redo the drums. No, nigga. Ain't doing them drums. You want to beat for me? Let's go. But I'm not touching another nigga's shit doing nothing. That's how far my integrity goes. If I'm chasing a check, I'll do anything. I'll do anything if I'm chasing a check. It's all in the name of a check. There is no integrity involved.
Right.
It's just hard to wrap your head around someone.
That's for sure. Like I say, most niggas' loyalty is based on opportunity, bro. That's a fact. Most niggas' loyalty is based on opportunity.
But most imitations are based on being a fan.
Flattery.
But my thing is, if you are that fan, say that.
Right. That's his thing.
Say that. Don't come out here and say that's this your shit. No, nigga, it's not. It's that man shit. The most popular line a lame nigga will say is, "Oh, this is a new wave." No, nigga, that's his wave. When Wu-Tang came out, we was all like, "What the fuck is this?
Right.
What is this?" When Bone Thugs and Harmony came out, we was all like, "What? What the fuck is this shit?"
That's a fact.
Nobody was doing that shit. So if you start doing that shit, you are following somebody else's wave.
Did you ever think about taking them under the wing?
Take one.
Just.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because he's
Dre
not.
had Scott Storch under the wing.
Because Scott Storch.
And the ML Man.
Listen, man.
And
Alpha animals. When you see a lion stand over top of another lion, the other one is being submissive. He's lying on his side. He's saying basically, my nigga, you got it. You the guy. That's what Scott Storch did when he went inside and Dre. I don't want no problems. You the guy. I'm just trying to get in with you. However I can help you, I'm with that.
Right.
But you can't be the nigga saying, "Oh no, I'm you. I'm just my shit.
It can't coexist.
They can't coexist. Like my man Chandler said, somebody has to, two dogs, somebody has to say who's the alpha. If not, it's death. These dogs gonna kill each other because nobody is being submissive.
You know what's the sad part about this? Rappers don't care.
Of course not. They just don't know how to beat.
That's the fact. We don't care.
But at the end of the
They
day,
don't care. It's like, yo, that shit fire,
they ain't got
nigga.
shit to do with us.
Load it up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but that ain't got to do with us.
Right.
they don't. That's right. So most of the
Because at the end of
producers,
the day, because if I bring a nigga in here right now, nigga,
Mhm.
that signed the record you just played for me, you ready to take his top off.
Mhm.
What's different? What's
I
different?
get it when you put it that way.
Absolutely.
Makes sense. I'll be mad as fuck.
I can't, listen, you can't ask a nigga how it feels to lose your mom when it's their cow. So I can't think that somebody who's never started something from the ground up and had it stolen to feel how I feel. Because he's never done that. When the Rules Back came out, nigga, that was nothing like the Rules Back when it came out.
That's a fact.
Name one record. 1-900 Hustle was not normal. You, me, him, and her was not fucking normal, my nigga.
Yeah.
My family in Virginia would say, yo, Bink, I knew that was you because I knew from the drums. Then they started calling me and saying, yo, you did such my nigga, what you talking about? You didn't do, no, I didn't do that. Oh man, that's crazy. I don't know who, that's fucked up. What? It got to that.
Yo, bro, I don't want bets with niggas in jail debating Jizz beats over Just Blaze beats.
We're here.
Yeah, I'm keeping it 100. I don't want bets. Packs of cigarettes.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, yo, who you think did the Rulers Back? Oh, Just Blaze did that. What you want to put on it? I'll put 4 bricks on it right now, champ. I'll go get the fucking cassette tape, pull out the sleeve out. Bink did that. Get the fuck out of here.
But at the same time, they own the something.
Right.
Because they can hear it. They can hear
How
it.
do you fight against that, man?
Huh?
How do you fight against that?
I
What
mean,
do you?
Yeah.
my thing is, it's
Because
not,
you can't just lay down. It's like, oh, they got my sound. It's over now.
I mean,
They got my sound. You know what I mean?
it's obviously it's hard to fight against a machine.
Right.
When somebody has a machine with it, it's different. You can't go against the machine. You got hoes saying your name. I can't combat that.
You think tags would have made a difference?
No,
No?
because Hov is the guy. If Drake shouts your name out right now on a record, you different.
Right. But at the same time,
Y'all Beats.
we heard that shit.
We not talking about that. But we don't talk about y'all Beats.
But what I'm saying is, there were beats that Jalil was making that you could have mistaken somebody else.
Jalil Beats did fucking.
You a lot of Meek Mill stuff.
He did some shit for Ross that sounds just like me.
Right.
But at the end of the day, nobody's talking about Jalil Beats because he's not mentioned from somebody that's that nigga. Just like me. Drake ain't saying my name, Hov ain't saying my name. But he says, Guru, turn me up. Everybody know who the fuck Guru is.
Shout out to Guru.
Shout out to Guru. So that's a perk
Yeah.
that you have in the game with somebody who's shit.
No, but yo, here's
But
the
when
thing.
you're young
Look,
and impressionable, and the best rapper on earth says, I need it to sound like this.
What do you do?
We keep going back to integrity, bro.
Yeah.
We keep going back to integrity. Y'all keep running from that.
No, it's not a matter of running from it.
Absolutely is.
No.
If a nigga tell me, like I say, yo, Bink, I need a Pharrell beat to finish my album. I'm not finishing your album. Nigga, go get Pharrell.
That's solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
I
Stand
got you on that.
but you gotta look at this too. Look at the longevity, right? Right now, when you think about who currently has music, has beats on artists that's popping right now, who has production with them, it's Bink. as far as someone who comes from the 90s, from the 90s till now.
Well, no,
Certified Lover Boy. Fucking Rick Ross shit.
No,
right now.
His greatness, I'm gonna talk about you like you know. His greatness isn't in question. That's not it. But I'm digging this integrity, moral code between elite level producers. I like to hear this.
Yeah, because there was a
I
lot
like
of
to hear
people.
the background of this. I like to hear the backbone of these kind of conversations.
Yeah.
And your sir, I know what it is with MCs.
Yeah.
I know how MCs get it up. We don't often hear about how producers.
I've had so many opportunities to backdoor other producers. So many opportunities, but my integrity won't allow me to do so.
But being that you got so many opportunities, you had to know that other people were getting those opportunities.
Again, that's what separates us. My integrity goes farther than theirs.
Right.
If somebody say, yo, Rockefeller, I like Rockefeller, I want to do this Rockefeller beat, but the drums is weak, so we do the drums. Like, nigga, did you tell Rock? I'm not finna redo Rock's beat without him knowing that's my nigga.
Right.
That's some sucker shit. I'm not gonna let you motherfuckers come in and fuck up my relationship with my man.
Right.
But a lot of niggas are willing to do that because they're chasing a check. When you chase a check, you do fuck shit.
Again, it's like, have you ever heard Just Flip a sample that you used that you guys made a totally different beat?
The only record I can say that he did, I was like, you know what? I wouldn't have done that. Old Boy, and when he did Super Freak.
Right.
Like, one thing I'm not is a hater.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would never say that Just Blaze is that talented.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would never say that.
Okay.
Creative? Question. Question.
So we can't label what he's getting from you as inspiration because it's too your work.
Because that's how I would look at it. I would look at it like he's inspired.
Copycat is copycat. Inspiration means, damn, bro, you inspired me so much. I want to go home and turn my machine on. Your record was so dope that I don't go home and turn my shit on. I'm doing some shit. Not doing what I just heard, doing something great.
So he never gave you credit? He never gave you credit?
After that.
Wow.
This is the question I've been trying to ask for a minute. Because I'm on the outside. So and this is for you too, man, does a Just Blaze add to your legacy, or does a rapper that hears your rap and write in your format, makes beats in your format, does that add to your legacy?
No, it takes away from it.
Anyway, yeah, I'll say that because Tory Lanez stole a bar from me, and I was really tight.
But in a way, does it not promote your sound to a broader?
Because they're not giving the
Because
recognition.
most people don't know.
But they will know because the facts can't be changed.
So the recognition is where
Like the fact that we sitting here talking about if Just Blaze took from me should answer your question.
No, but it answers my question because we are here to speak about it. About 2 million people just realized that. And because you were able to say that, does that add to the level?
What I'm saying is, right now, listen, the only thing conspiracy can't stand is like, once you shed light on the bullshit, it exposes all the other shit, right? So most people who up until this point say, yo, this nigga Bink always mad, this nigga Bink always accused nigga. No, nigga, I'm the nigga who made you do beats the way you do beats.
Right.
You don't fucking know that because you're not a student of the game. So you look at me as if, who am I to say what I said? I'm looking back at you like, I'm that nigga that started this shit. But because, like I say, J Dill's kids can say, that's my daddy's shit. My daddy started lo-fi. My kids should be able to say the same shit for me.
Right.
God forbid I leave this motherfucker there. Right. My kids should be able to say, my daddy started that Rocafella shit.
But they
They can't, because the thing is, it's been distorted. It's been
Calm.
confused.
What you talking about?
Bro,
You know what show you on right now?
Right
Yo,
now.
let him know, son.
Right
I
now.
think he knows, son.
We talking about, we're talking, Blueprint came out when?
2001.
I'm just saying, Blueprint came out when? 2001. We in 2020.
We beyond us. In the future, we gotta think way beyond us. In the future, people are gonna be studying us.
He's right.
And when they go to study us, you think they're not gonna understand you?
From
You
this
think that?
show, from this show, yes.
And period.
But up until this point, fucking no.
But Big,
We at the point. We
I
at this
think
point.
you've been looking at it the wrong way for a while. It is part of your legacy.
Yes.
What's up?
It is a sound that you created.
Absolutely.
It was uniquely what you gave to the world.
That's not what
What the world, but what the world does with it, that's what they're gonna do with it.
No, but this is the part
But if it came from you,
But this is the part that you're missing. If the world said that's Bink, and we're doing Bink right now, why would I have some shit to say? The fact that you're doing Bink and don't know you're doing Bink, and you saying you think you got it from Jess or Justice League or Jake Wall, whoever the fuck,
right?
that's the issue for me.
Justice League too.
Bro, listen,
You can kind of throw them.
That's why I'm asking. No, he mentioned it. I'm just asking the question.
There wouldn't be a Maybach music without Roots.
Okay. Okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree with that.
All Ross did was rename Blueprint to Maybach music.
Okay.
And always call Bink for beats.
Okay.
Ross has never used me, Justin League, or just at the same time in his career. Why?
There's a certain sound he was looking for.
As long as he had that sound, it was cool. But he's never had us all three on the same album at one time. See what I'm saying? So like I said, if somebody was paying homage to me and I was still bitching, I'm a bitch ass nigga.
Right.
But the fact that motherfuckers distort what I brought to the game and not want to give me that is where my legacy is being played with.
So I gotta ask you. All right. In those days, you didn't hear. You said that Jay played the whole Blueprint for you.
Jake, no, like half,
Half.
maybe, yeah.
Did you hear anything on there that was like, oh, wait a minute, whoa.
No.
No. It wasn't until after that you started hearing stuff.
Blueprint, bruh, basically was Kanye and myself that made Blueprint. Just came in and did both of us. That's just a fact. That's just what that is. So whether he wanted to embrace it or not, I don't give a fuck. But at the same time, like I said, Rules Back, All I Need, and Mama Loves Me, there is nothing like that prior to that record coming out. If you can find that, then I'll shut the fuck up and let it be what it is.
Did you ever play beats for Just Blaze? Like, did you ever sat together and you played beats for him?
Just me and him used to be cool.
Right.
But what happened?
He started sounding like it.
I'm saying, did you play beats for him?
So you want to just take them under the wing.
Bro, we two grown ass men. We can't do that. Nobody, like I said, you're not gonna take a young nigga to sound like you, rapping just like you. You're not gonna say, yo, go get on my team. You're not, nigga.
I might. He said some shit.
But nigga,
That nigga's
but
nice.
nigga come off
What is
nigga
that
come off
nigga's
of y'all right now.
Oh.
Sound like Matt Hoffa.
Mm-hmm.
And start getting some.
Well, there's a whole bunch of people in battle rap that sound like me. Whole bunch of them.
But at the same time,
None of them under you. Huh?
are they signed to you?
Oh,
Did you reach out to say
They just steal shit. They just steal
Rakim
shit.
never had the synergy for Nas.
Nas don't sound like Rakim. It's reminiscent, but they don't.
No, when he first started, there was nothing else like Rakim. So when Nas pulled up,
Monotone, he can't take the signature. He can't take the credit for monotone rap. He wasn't the first monotone rapper. Rakim didn't even curse.
no, it was a lyricism in it. It was the bars, it was the wordplay along with that.
But then you could kind of slide Cool G in it.
But Nas let people know that he was influenced by it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is that so that would be the difference?
Like I
That
said,
would be the
that's
difference.
a huge difference,
Yeah.
bro.
What did you
When
do?
somebody's paying homage to you, and you still mad, that's different.
Right. Okay.
But when somebody takes your shit and looks you like, what the fuck is you looking at?
What you do, man?
So if
He didn't sign the contract.
Does his pockets in the studio or something? What you did,
Yes.
man? Yeah, what you did?
All I did was be great. I was
You didn't ever express how you felt in person in front of him before. Because we had another producer here that, you know, saw him in the club and someone expressed how they felt about what he was doing.
absolutely, because at the end of the day, bro, as a producer, we don't get to go on stage and people scream your name, cry, and cheer. We don't get that.
Mhm.
We get our shit off. Somebody say, "Yo, man, that beat you did on blah blah blah." We get your bang. That's how we get our shit off.
Right.
That's what we feel good about. So when somebody say, "Yo, math, yo, that number 6," you like, I didn't do number 6. That shit don't feel good.
Right. Understood.
so it just pulled up tomorrow.
Gave you your flowers.
Word. Full body. I don't understand why he feels like that. There's no way that he didn't know that I was influenced by him, and 100%. I don't know why he doesn't know, why he thinks I never admitted. Of course I did. Blah 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 blah.
Does it bring satisfaction?
We halfway there.
What's the other half?
Stop.
Stop.
He ain't even making shit though. He ain't even making shit.
Nah, you still working.
You know what I'm saying?
Where was that 20 years
I
ago?
appreciate that though. Like that right there is admitting what's been going on, but stop.
Right.
Does that not up your game though? When you
No, it doesn't.
Feel like
in
that.
depth,
Not.
He don't feel like that.
But
I understand where you're coming from, but he don't feel like that.
I've
when he
never
don't.
benefited from him sounding like me my whole career.
so you never went and made a better beat to show that this is not me.
I don't need him to make me be better.
So you never was inspired.
I don't
by
need
that.
no nigga to sound like me to make me do better than what I do.
So if you was never
Things like Knots, Alchemist, Rockwilder, they made me do better.
if you
Right.
don't hear if you don't hear his beats and not inspired by him, then why do you think he sound like you?
That's a whole, we just danced that thing.
Yeah, we kind of did.
Yeah.
Not really, but okay.
Yeah,
Luther just said in the interview that he was Luther because he sounded like Luther. He said he didn't come to the game trying to sound like Otis Redding or Donny Hathaway. That's why he said that's what made him special.
But nobody made hits like Luther that compared and Luther that would have challenged him.
Luther still sounded like Luther. That's the point. That's all that matters. When it comes to music, it's about you putting your stamp on shit that people can identify that that's you. When you heard D'Angelo, there was nothing to. When you heard Nelly, what the fuck sounded like Nelly when Nelly came out?
Right.
Nothing.
But if somebody didn't step up that sounds like you, you have to make something that shows that's not me.
No, that's not how the music.
That's not.
Why were you against using tags? Because tags became the thing
I don't know.
to differentiate.
That's something I regret not using the tag.
Okay, now we're
I will
all the
say
way
that.
back 360. We right back around the
But
square
at the
one.
same time,
You not
people
shouting
still-
this shit out. You being humble.
Just
Yeah.
his shit just
You think that first word on your sweater kind of messed it up?
No, because people still, like I said, people knew my shit when they heard it. I would get phone calls all the time.
Right.
Like, yo, you did blah blah. Yeah, that's me. And that's what made me feel great. That people can hear certain nuances in my shit and be like, oh, I knew that was you.
Yeah, but Big, that's for the connoisseurs, not the consumers.
Yeah, it's a business at the end of the day.
That's two different conversations anyway. Connoisseurs and consumers. Consumers aren't connoisseurs, so they're not gonna pay attention to any detail.
But
No, they use tags. That's who tags are
But
for.
they still
he said he
don't
regretted it
understand.
already.
But what I'm trying to say,
Right.
but they still don't understand the detail.
They never will, but they
Right.
know. But they know. Okay, a tag on a beat is the same way as a logo on a car, a logo on a piece of clothing, or an emblem on the front of a car.
Right.
Right.
Or
It's the exact same.
Off,
I can. I can look at this car from the side and not know exactly what it is. I get around the front, I see that little circle with the triangle in it. Oh, that's a Benz. Oh, that's a Ferrari. A tag is the exact same thing. A consumer doesn't know what the horsepower is.
Right.
They have no idea how many cylinders this car has. They just know the brand. Oh, that's the
But
brand.
the look of the car is what makes it sandwich.
Yeah,
No,
because if
you ever heard of a Chrysler 300?
Old man Stanley.
You put us on the family, you understand what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. But
You understand
they didn't slow down the sale of them Chrysler 300.
Absolutely
The new
not.
Corvette look like what?
who knows?
The new Corvette looked like a motherfucking was it
Ferrari?
Ferrari, right? The new Corvette was a Ferrari, not a Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, if you know what a
But the
Ferrari
emblem
is,
is on the front of it
it don't matter what the emblem is. When you look at it from our view, you think that's a Ferrari.
until you get closer to see the emblem.
Right. So once you get closer, that defeats the purpose of what we're saying.
No, it falls in line with what I'm saying.
How is that?
Because if you're tagging your beat, you're emblemating.
I don't care
your
what tag you
vehicle.
got on if you sound like Swiss. I don't care if you say this is Boom Boom Records.
Sounds
But you sound like Swiss, so this tag is irrelevant.
to the connoisseur who knows what they're listening to, not to the consumer who
That's
only
not
checks the emblem.
We're not talking about the consumer, because the consumer doesn't give a fuck about that. They just want a good song.
No,
They don't care.
Right.
What you miss? What you?
They don't
No,
care.
They don't care.
Big,
But it's called a music business.
I'm agreeing with you completely. And then we're not disagreeing. We're saying the same thing.
Right.
But I'm
Kinda.
no, definitely.
No, but once you use that example or somebody sounded it, I totally understand what you're saying.
We're here. I
However,
get you.
I'm saying a car nigga gonna look at the Corvette and turn his nose up.
That's a consumer. I mean, that's a connoisseur.
Absolutely.
So we are saying the same thing.
But all the people that can't afford,
Well,
Just look at the emblem.
Absolutely.
they gonna go
I'm
get
just saying what I'm trying to say is
maybe they gonna get broke.
the conversation that we're having from the beginning doesn't include the consumer.
How much were you charging for beats at the time?
25.
How much was just charging for beats at the time?
Probably more.
Probably more at the time.
His name was probably high. If overshadowed now,
Yeah.
yesterday's price is not today's price.
Probably more. But like I said, a brand goes a long way, bro. A brand goes a long way. If I had Drake saying right now, yo, Bink, turn me up. That's a whole nother game.
I think we missing the fact. I think we missing the fact that Bink. I think we missing. I think we missing the fact that Bink didn't sign.
No, I didn't miss that. I knew exactly.
Yeah,
that's
when things started to.
all right, so you think about it as a business. I'm gonna shout out the producer that I'm eating with. But I'm not gonna shout out the producer that I have no control over. Because tomorrow he could be working with the dude that's dissing.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So if he's in-house, he's part of the team, I'm shouting him out. I'm gonna get him hot. But as all the guys that I have no allegiance or no real
Have no loyalty to me.
yeah.
No ties to
What
me.
am I supposed to do?
No professional.
Did you ever tell like Hove or Beans like, yo, don't shout me on the record. I'm good.
You never told them not to do
You never told them not to do it. They just didn't do it. And Just would put his tag on the front of his beats or whatever the case may be, because I remember on the beat coming on One Shot Deal, because that's what it was at one time. It was Bink Dog One Shot Deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Beans shouted you out off the rip. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's a thing where it's like you like, yo, nah, I don't need that.
No,
I don't need all that.
like I said, I didn't hang out at Baseline. It became a brotherhood at Baseline. So if you're around somebody every day, it's just some brotherhood.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. Like I said, I kicked off Baseline. I was there first for 30 days.
Right.
And that 30 days, maybe the first 15 days, the A-Run got finished. And then Rocafella came into A-Run. And then they were there for the next 15 days. After my 15 days were up, I went back to Jersey.
Right.
So it was like an absence.
Because you
Yeah.
And they
Access
stayed.
as well.
They
said
stayed.
you didn't like the air hustling.
I didn't want to work. I don't like working around a bunch of other niggas that do what I do.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like I can't control. Once I put something out, I can't control if you take that.
You believe in manifestations?
Now I do like to the Kanye
Also
shit.
said the Kanye.
What I'm trying to say is when you work on an album, like I understand this, when you work on an album, it was a big deal to keep that album secret
Right.
until it was time to come out.
Because back in those days, those leaks were crazy.
Even still to this day, like you don't want nobody to have. Like, today, like niggas will put, they're going to New York and post the record they did tonight on Instagram right now. So what's the fucking, what's the mystique when it's time for that? Like I didn't heard the shit. There's no surprise here.
Right.
Whereas back then it's like I don't want nobody to hear what I'm doing until it's time to come out.
Right.
That's more of a surprise and a package for somebody. Like I never heard all this shit is crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want nobody to take my shit from the grassroots. Once we put it out to the world, I can't control that.
Right.
But all the shit we were working on at the house, I don't want nobody hearing that
Beforehand.
Right.
So I was anal about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to keep the mystique there what it was.
Did you have a fear of being ripped off?
I was already being ripped off. So that's what made my fear of being ripped off even greater.
Justified your fear.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
Got it.
So going back to the manifestations thing, you can manifest things in two ways. You can project it in a way where you can project in something positive like Kanye was, or you can project something with a constant fear. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the universe doesn't understand that
Don't discriminate.
you don't want this. All it knows is you keep thinking about it. You keep thinking about it. And that energy of you thinking about it has matter. And it becomes a real thing.
Like one thing about me, I was never looking for somebody to sound like me.
Right.
I've only been, somebody will be like, yo, like I said, did you do number 6? Did you do number 5? Did you do number 15? That's the only thing that will make me turn my attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I'm not looking for it. Like, I got other shit to do. You sitting here worrying about who's taking my shit. Like, I'm not that petty. But I had to stop telling people, like, stop calling me. Literally, I had to tell people, stop calling me when you hear some shit sounding.
What was the record? What were the main records that you got calls over? She was like, okay, this is getting a little out of hand.
I think, like I said, the main joint was, I think the Holy Baby joint as well.
Yeah, that was just playing in my head.
That's the dream.
As we're having this conversation, I'm at
So that
and I'm like, oh
That's
shit.
That's Vito on the hook, right? It's Holy Baby.
but that's actually,
So specifically, not just the drum pattern, but the actual drums.
that's TLC's intro to their album, to the show.
Wow.
So that's how that sounds.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But again, that's just what I patterned my sound around. Was shit like that. And then what made it worse was that they hired my engineer to mix it. So it got deep, shit got murky. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm trying to say. Shit got real, got messy.
Is this your first time addressing any of this?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Stay tuned, you know?
Appreciate
But
it.
you know, at the end of the day, like, but I've moved on from that shit so long ago. Like that's not the focus of my life. It's not
Right.
the focal point of where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I've reinvented myself so many times. Like my dear Pride and Joy for Fat Joe, that doesn't sound like me. My dear Who You Think We Are for John Legend, that doesn't sound like me.
That's slaps too.
Did those past experiences help with that?
I'm just a music nigga. You know, I'm just a fan of music and I know music, so I know how to just lock in and just do some dope shit that nobody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my main focus was. I got to a point where I stopped doing what I was doing.
They say what's gonna kill you make you stronger. It sound like you just got stronger.
Absolutely got stronger. But I'm not gonna say it was a challenge or frustrating at times. It absolutely was. But at the same time, trying to reinvent yourself is not easy.
It's not.
That's
Definitely not.
That's not a layup. You know what I'm saying?
But it can be a beautiful experience.
If it was easy, everybody would do it.
It show a lot of greatness.
You know, I've done that a few times. You know what I'm saying? With music. So I'm saying, so like I said, this shit don't make me lose no sleep. That motherfucker sound like I see it, I hear it, I adjust it, and I move on. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, that doesn't stop me from doing shit.
All right, real quick. Aaron Hall or R. Kelly?
R. Kelly. I'm sorry, Aaron Hall, I'm sorry.
Shit. Take that up real quick. I got him though, you see it? I got him.
But the thing is, what crazy is, in the beginning, R. Kelly was trying to sound like Aaron Hall.
Right.
Then he found
His own niche. Right. I just know that everybody starts off with training wheels.
Like I said, but being a man, you understand you can't stay there.
Right. But also being a man, you know you can't stay there.
But everybody doesn't know that. That's what I'm trying to say. Some niggas set up the goddamn campsite. This is where we at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to say. So that's the difference.
Right.
I understand everybody comes in the game trying to find themselves and they mimic what they love.
Right.
That's natural. But as a man, you understand I can't stay there.
Yeah.
I have to evolve. I have to evolve with something else. I don't want nobody saying I sound like fucking whoever the fuck. That shit shouldn't feel good to you.
Right.
Listen to Certified Lover Boy. Listen to You Only Live Twice, and you're not gonna hear nothing that sounds like that, bro.
It's beautiful. So now you understand our guy.
I'm just the guy that stay here.
That's a fact.
That's all. You know what I'm saying? And I keep coming regardless of what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand what music is, and I'm not just one dimensional.
Right.
Like doing Girls All Pause for Corrupt, I got love for Nate Dogg.
That's some shit.
Yeah.
That's two different records. I got love Girls All Pause and Lights Camera Action the same fucking year now.
It don't sound good.
It's three different vibes.
All right, so here's a question. What's your favorite session that you ever worked in? Who was the hardest? Can you give me the top three? Rest in peace, Nate Dogg. I don't know if that was one of them.
It's a session that I did with Freeway. This was a record we did for All My Life.
When they go, right?
Yeah, but we didn't have a hook. We were struggling with the hook for so long.
Right.
And Nate was in town working with me, and I had a session with Freeway, and he came with me to the session. I was like, yo, pull that record up, bro. Pull All My Life. And Nate went in there and one take jig that bitch.
One take.
He heard it, listened to it a couple times, and went in there. Oh, no. I was like, nigga.
I remember that.
We've been trying to get a hook to this shit for so
forever,
damn
right.
long. You know what I'm saying? He came in here and just shut that bitch down.
Right.
That's one of my favorite joints. The night I told you about when I went and played the 5 weeks for Hoffa for Blueprint. That was life changing for me.
Details, my man.
Like I said, to go in there with 5 beats,
Right.
and 3 of them go on Blueprint.
You picked the first 3?
I went in there with 5 beats.
Right. But what was the order of his pick?
I don't know what order I played them in, but all I know is 3 of them went to Blueprint, 2 went to the State Rock.
Were you there?
All five of them.
5 for 5.
Yeah, it was 5 for 5.
Yeah. Were you there for the sessions when Jay recorded the songs for the blueprint? That you did?
No, I wasn't.
And he never
He
shouted
he
you
went
out.
out for a sandwich. He came back. The whole album was done.
No, because you know the Blueprint album started with the Kanye beats. You know, he went in and did like 5 Kanye records, and that's how the Blueprint album started.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, he said on the interview that their goal was to have soul samples on Blueprint, but it was never needed for Blueprint.
Right. Yeah. It's just something Jay was assembling.
Hip hop.
Hip hop was assembling.
Hip hop was the guy going grabbing beats from everybody and bringing them back.
Right.
You gotta think about it, for him to pick 3 of his beats and then take one of them and use it as an introduction of a classic album. Not only the introduction, but also to use Slick Rick, right? Slick Rick vocals and cadence to start the album off. Like it's all classic shit.
Yeah.
He started the album off with a big beat.
I mean, that was because I put the horns in the hook, so the horns reminded you of the movie back.
Right.
So that's what put Hov in mind to say that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever feel a certain kind of way, like he didn't mention your name on your record?
No, because I feel like if you gotta tell somebody to say your name, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Because he said, Ye name, he's at any record he got on, he said, Yeezy, you a,
I mean, he felt a
well,
certain,
you crazy.
and
You know what I'm
then
saying?
he felt a certain kind of way to say that. So if he didn't feel that for me, I'm cool with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't want to say the whole say my name. I would never.
That sounds
He
crazy.
even say
That
my
sounds
name.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I would never
Yo,
say that.
Big, can you shake chin?
Nah.
Nah, that's supposed
crazy.
Nah, that's supposed to be natural.
Okay, so
Because when I get beat from dudes, I'd be like, yo, I shot him out. Like, you know what I mean? If they tags ain't on it.
I don't know, man. I think you did something, bro.
Who knows?
I think you did something. Who
He
knows?
said free with
He did something or somebody. You know what I mean? I think he did something, man.
Niggas don't tell you how they feel, but they'll show you.
Right. That's a fact.
He said free was his ex-girl.
shit.
But I can't.
Oh, man.
You know how sick you get.
Yo, man of God just said that.
I didn't say
I
right.
don't say that. Because I don't,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But
Speculation.
it is what it is.
Well, I actually, this is something we did with Don Cannon, and he brought up his favorite producers. Let's have a debate. Something else I want to think about with you.
With the Nas album.
No, Q-Tip's best beat.
Crooklyn Dodgers.
Crooklyn Dodgers?
Oh shit! I didn't know he did Crooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
With Buckshot, Special Ed, Master Ace,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's classic.
and he was on the
What makes it
Spike
even
Lee
better?
movie.
What makes it even better is that nobody knows where he got the sample from to this day. Nobody.
I think I could probably YouTube.
Nobody.
Can you YouTube that?
Don't do shit.
That means it was never clicked. Yo, shout out to Tim. Figuring it out. Making a wave, man. Well, everyone, that's crazy.
The shit he did on Infamous Mob out too, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Give up the good and all that type of shit. Like,
That's right there. That's one of my favorites ever.
One love.
clean.
Nas.
One love.
Clean.
No matter where you are, when that shit comes on, it's just a,
One love.
But at the
It's a
same
vibe,
time,
man.
that's Q-Tip, bro. That's
Yeah.
Q-Tip. Like, he's,
War Tour is my favorite joint by him.
that's a fucking,
That
that's
shit's
sensei
yeah,
to me.
Sensei.
That's sensei.
Shout out to Sensei, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Sensei.
Queens get the money.
Queen get the money.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Who's in your top 5?
Producers.
Yes.
Larry Smith,
Mm-hmm.
Q-Tip, Dilla,
3.
Mm.
Primo,
4.
Pete Rock.
5.
Mm.
That's a strong 5. What is Molly Mall place for you?
That's the thing, it's like my mom there too, though, bro. Like, I learned so much from Marley Marl. It's not even funny.
Here's the question. Can Marley Marl come out and say, oh, you niggas been my shit? No, he can't.
No.
Shit's not good.
He tried to
But
stop.
see, you gotta think back.
I feel like that's what happened
But
with
back
it.
then, it's like those producers had a knack for using 5 or 6 records for one record,
Right.
and it worked. Now you don't hear that a lot. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But Marley Marl and fucking what's my niggas that did Ice Cube,
Hank Shock.
Bomb Squad.
Bomb Shot.
You know what I'm saying? Hank Shockey, and like they 5 different samples in one record, and it worked. That's different. Q-Tip comes from that school as well.
Right.
Cause he'll have a bass line from this record, and have a horn part from this record. It's like, how does this shit work?
Right. But it does in his mind.
No, it works. We wouldn't know that it came from 5 different records
Right.
because it works. So that's just genius shit itself.
Have you ever done that?
No.
No.
That's why I always envy them for that shit. Like, how the fuck did you do this shit?
Right.
It's different.
Producers, man, that's it. It's amazing what you guys put together because you inspire MCs. No matter how great an MC is, like, unless, yeah, I almost said something crazy, but I'm not just.
Paul Moore.
No, it was not. It was like, Jesus. It wasn't a pause moment. But you guys inspire us. You know what I mean? You provide the canvas, but it's not a blank canvas. It's a canvas with almost an outlining on it already. We just kind of like fill in the blanks. You know what I mean? All right, so what would you say was your top 10 beats? Top 10.
Top 10 beats.
Your favorite or your best?
Yeah. The joints that you'd be like, damn, I did that.
Devil New Dress.
Absolutely.
1 Hustle.
2.
Century Degrees.
Oh,
3.
Ice Camera Action.
4.
Rosebag.
5.
Don't Leave.
6.
You hit me up.
You need a man. Yeah.
7.
Girls on Pause.
8. Shout out to Rock. I'm waiting to hear mine.
All I Need.
9.
Did we just say that?
No.
No. That's 8. All I need.
That's it. 2 more.
You want me to do it twice? No.
Don't help me, champ.
No, it's my favorite. So.
I'm waiting on mine.
I'm forgetting about that shit.
Nate.
Gotta throw you don't know.
What's that?
Jesus Christ!
Yo, you gotta add the sound effect for that part.
Yeah.
See? That shows he got ears.
And women.
He got ears.
Wow.
Just double it down. That's crazy.
Or he's just fucking with me.
No, I'm gonna say Mama Loves Me Too.
9.
And When They Remember.
Wow. Just waiting to hear I Got Love for You.
They Dog.
Yeah.
That's a good record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was.
But I get more people asking me about When They Remember.
Fair enough.
Fire.
Well, you don't really have no bad records. It's not really something we
Wait, or do you?
Do you?
Of course.
What's a bad record? Have we ever heard it?
It's not, I guess not to y'all, but to me.
I would love to hear this. What you consider a bad record?
Could have been better.
I said a bad record. There's a huge difference between it could have been better and a bad record.
Fuck.
I said you don't have no bad records.
Probably the AOE I did from Puff.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, pull it up.
See?
No, hold on.
Yeah, you want to see it.
Just
captain.
Yeah.
It's the AOE.
What album was it on?
Last Train to Paris?
No. Before that.
Oh yeah, Press Play.
Before that.
The Saga Continues.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's the one
Matter of
that.
fact, I think it was the sound thing. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I remember that. That was my favorite joke. I made a song to that.
What could have been
Fire. Yeah, that was Press Play. Yeah, that's fire.
Is this gonna get us fucked up?
Actually, it was fire.
Yeah.
What could have
That's because Diesel.
Everything.
Why don't you give like Freeway with fire too? Freeway joints was dope.
That's what I said all my life. I mean, I really remember was the last one I said.
Right.
What's next for Bink?
Whole projects.
with artists?
Yeah.
Nice.
Collaborations. Fine.
So a gangsta, Pete Roxy, Smooth kind of thing. You
Absolutely.
get an MC and nice. Very nice.
I love that.
Yeah, can't
I love that.
Can't wait.
You
have the MCs pick?
curate with
You gonna get new dudes or you gonna
Honestly, that's my idea. He's like my idea. So.
I'm actually able the Express right now too.
Oh, wow.
Shout out to 38 Special.
Word.
Shout out to 30. You got running. You know, phone? Running.
Yeah.
Keep running.
Yeah, you send it to me. I got that.
I
You're
got
not
some-
playing that, bro.
Other artists, I got my man James. White kid, yo.
Fine.
Right. Yeah. We got some shit coming too.
I love to see y'all break new. I know. Is he from Virginia?
Nah, it's from the Bronx.
Nice.
So the VA. Where's the love? God damn it.
Love. Yeah. No artists from Virginia.
Virginia's for
Oh
love.
no, my man. I'm sorry, Sick Mike.
Sick Mike.
My man,
Sid Mike. Shout out to Sid Mike.
I got somebody from here.
But then it's that other joint that you was that you about to do with Math Hoffa.
Well played, champion. Well played.
I say 8 out of 9 of those records I blasted.
Right.
Thank you for your contribution here.
Absolutely.
Continued coming.
Even if niggas, you know, rip you off. Thank you. Thank you. Because we probably wouldn't have got those records if not for you also. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely a journey. Man. Everybody's journey is different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, my journey has been overshadowed by a lot of bullshit.
Mm.
That may be one thing I regret about my journey. Is that the whole just conversation was intertwined in it. But
Oh no, there's gonna be a big conversation that starts.
absolutely. But at the same time, it's like I just don't want people to think that my life is revolved around it.
Well, it's a good thing that the journey ain't over.
That's a fact.
Good thing that the journey
I
ain't
mean,
over.
I'm too much about music for it to ever be over. I would have to actually say, you know what, I quit in order for it to be over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see myself doing that on time. So
Good. I don't see you doing that neither.
Right. I love that.
Bink the producer, yo. Yo, Bink, this joint is crazy.
Yes, I do. We out.
This hot full trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.